When we look back to the 1960s, we can see that there was much going on in America. There was the assassination of an incumbent president and a war on poverty. The Vietnam War programs like Medicare, food stamps, and work study being created. Aside from these new reform programs and events, one of the biggest movements in the U.S. history occurred during this era. The Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Movement had a pivotal role in America's history, especially for Black Americans. When we look back to observe that time, we may think of images of young and old Black men and women marching with signs in their hands, protesters being attacked by the police and arrested, Martin Luther King Jr. delivering the "I Have a Dream" speech to thousands of people next to the Lincoln Memorial, sit-ins, freedom riders, the Civil Rights Act of 1964. We think about these images from what we learned about the movement through our lives from school, books, and media. Although the visuals of the Civil Rights Movement were very important, there was also another element to the movement that was very impactful: the sound of the movement. Speeches, hit songs, and monologues from news anchors with white noise sounds in the background are remembered. But what were the sounds that led to the movement becoming such a success? Freedom songs is the answer. Freedom songs were sung by people who participated in the movement. Many of the songs were originally gospel songs. For example, "We Shall Overcome" became one of the most recognized songs in the movement. Freedom songs were sung at marches and protests. These songs were important because they boosted the spirits of protesters during a time of inhumane police brutality. The songs were simple to sing, and the message of each song was very clear. During protests, there could be more singing heard than talking. These songs connected people and helped welcome those who would soon become a part of the movement. There were over 100 songs sung at the protests, but some of the most well-known songs are "A Change Is Gonna Come," "Oh Freedom," and "This Little Light of Mine." Freedom songs helped progress the civil rights movement, as speeches helped define the movement, as policy solidified the success of the movement. In conclusion, as we look back to our older generations, we must be reminded of what they did to organize and mobilize in order to fight for equal rights, as the same issues they had have not gone away, but has laid dormant without real resolution.
The anti-racism demonstration against police
which has resulted in continued recent uprisings that started a new movement in America.